Alright friends, so we're going to go ahead and continue learning about our ecosystems and learning about ecology. Today we're going to be looking at the different levels of organization within an ecosystem. This is a way that we can go ahead and classify groups of organisms, and then that will set us up for success when we start to talk about food chains and webs tomorrow. Of course, make sure that you're pausing and rewinding as you need so that way you can have appropriate understanding. And we do have some digital notes that you'll take during this video, then you have an activity after. The digital notes are the first slide in that Google Slides activity that you're getting below this video in Canvas. I would definitely recommend keeping this up, and that way you can go ahead and pause me and put down these definitions. You're also going to put in an example with your own ecosystem so you can think about where you live and put an example there. All right, so all of our talk today is really revolving around these three words, and then we're kind of going to bring in ecosystems to it as well. So we have species, populations, and communities, okay? So the important thing to remember is that when I'm talking about a species, I'm talking about an individual organism, okay? So like our species is human, this species is zebra. When I'm talking about that one zebra, that's just a single organism. That's just the little old zebra there. Then, when I'm talking about a population in an ecosystem, that's all of the members of that single species in an area at a given time. So, if there's 10 zebras that like to hang out together, that would be a zebra population. There's 10 individual zebras, but all of them together as a group would be that population. And then a community is all of those populations living together in an environment, right? We know the word community because we use it quite often. We have our learning community. Each of us are our own separate thing, right? I'm Miss Moon, there's Evelyn, there's Daniel, there's Messiah, there's Sarah. Each of you are your own separate thing. Then we have two populations within our class, right? We have our virtual population and we have our in-person population. And then together, both of those populations together make up that community, make up that learning community that we are a part of. And then the ecosystem is that community and its physical environment together, right? This goes back to the biotic and abiotic. I can't have an ecosystem with just biotic factors. I have to have that abiotic as well. So the ecosystem is that community, is all of those organisms living together, right? And we could think this could also be like plant communities as well. Like it doesn't have to just be, doesn't just have to be animals. And then the ecosystem is that community and its physical environment together, okay? So everything together, the giraffes, the zebras, the bison, the elk, whatever else is on here, and that land of the grasslands. That makes up that grasslands ecosystem. And so we have these different levels, and we can kind of think about it as a pyramid because they're getting bigger as we go on, right? So species is that one organism, population is all of that organism, all of the members of the same type of organism living together. Community is all those different species living together, and then ecosystem is everything in that area. So you're going to go ahead and fill out those vocabulary words that I showed at the beginning, and you're going to go ahead and make an example of your own. And then you have a couple of interactive activities to do. You have a drag and drop. You're going to look at the picture and decide if it's showing a species, a population, or a community. And then you're going to drag the words to the correct spot and then describe what the level is. What do we mean by that, okay? Why are we calling, like for example, if you put species right here, why would you say that that's a species? And then lastly, you'll choose an ecosystem, whatever ecosystem that you would like, and you're going to label the levels of organization with an example specific to that ecosystem. As always, let me know how I can support you, and we have our entire class period to do this. You should have plenty of time.